So today I will be reviewing Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 8, Episode 13, Season Finale. Okay guys, so this was the season finale of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I'm a little bit glad because this has been a boring season. Now, boring in a weird kind of way. What I mean by that is it was really nice not to have the Manzos on the show, and Dina, and Jacqueline, crazy Jacqueline, because their drummed up drama for the show is too intense. It's just too much. It's too much. It's real. Like when these women hate each other, they really hate each other. So it was nice to not to have that kind of intense heat, that intense craziness that's been going on previous episodes. And and the only person that was in jail this episode was Joe, and of all people, he's the one that needs to be in jail. I mean, no offense, not to be mean, but the storylines were absolutely dumb. Okay, and I'm glad that it's not so intense, but I just don't believe in getting so upset over nothing. That's why I wish that the storylines outside the show were shown more on the show. Like Siggy Flicker. Let's just take Siggy Flicker. Okay, so she's not a really bad person. She didn't really do anything too bad on the show. She just came across as psycho. When you get mad over little things like, someone calling you soggy, you seem crazy. And this is what's been going on this season. It's like the little storylines that didn't make any sense were all focused on, but the serious storylines that should have been focused on were glossed over. Okay, so let's talk about the season finale. Let's start out with the most serious storyline, in my opinion. That's Teresa. Teresa Giudice finally went to the prison to take her girls to see Joe. And you could just see the internal battle that was going on, because really, she's over Joe. She's really over him. But she's trying to pretend like she's not. She's just like, I'm a little bit mad, I hope he would apologize. When you're lying, everyone can see you're lying. Why don't you just tell the truth? I mean, what's it gonna hurt? You don't have to go too deep in the truth, as in like, I'm over him, I'm gonna divorce him as soon as he gets out. You don't have to go that deep into it, but you can tell the truth, like, what he did was really selfish. And I really need someone to lean on this period in my life, with my mom just passing away, all the money problems you left behind. I need someone to lean on, and you're not here. I'm still being the adult in the relationship, and you're being the child. If she would have said the honest truth like that, I think it would have been a little bit more interesting. Not that I love other people's pain, I just like realness. But she did it, and she misled us in the car. She was like, when I get there, I'm gonna let them know how I feel. I'm gonna let them I'm gonna speak my mind, let them have it. That's what she said, the lie she told us on the drive to the prison. But when she came out, she was all smiles, and she was like, no, it's just good to see him. And he apologized first. This is what she's telling her brother. I don't even believe that. I believe that when you got there, you saw him, you started crying, all was forgiven. But okay, I think you don't want to look bad on the show. So you're telling your brother and Melissa that he finally gave you the apology that you were looking for. BS. I do not believe that whatsoever. It did not feel real. But okay, if you want us to believe that he gave you the apology, fine. We'll roll with it, because if you said he apologized, then we have nothing else to believe, right? Okay, so you said he apologized, but even let's say he did apologize, you have bigger problems on your hand. I mean, Joe is a big senior citizen kid, and he's just has to be babysitted at all times. And this isn't your last problems with Joe. Let's not forget he's facing deportation when he gets out. This is serious. What if he gets deported? What are you going to do? Uproot your life and your children's life and go back to Italy? Now, yes, you are an Italian American. There's a big difference, a huge difference. Italian Americans is a different culture than Italians. I don't see your children wanting to give up everything they know to go back to the motherland, Italy, even though it's your ancestry. You're not Italian anymore. You're Italian American. And I just don't see this. This is a problem. I don't see you doing that. You're going to leave all your friends. You're going to leave life that you know for a foreign country. It would be one thing if you chose to go back to Italy, like, you know, let's say Joe wasn't in jail and you weren't in financial problems and, you know, your house was paid off and, you know, and you were retired. And you thought, would be nice to go back there just to retire. That's one thing. But this is being forced on you. And, you know, Giuseppe, I think that's Joe's real name. Giuseppe is still going to be Giuseppe. He's going to find criminal acts in Italy. He's not going to change. You really have bigger problems on your hands, Teresa, and I really feel bad for you. We could have helped you, the public, if you would have been a little bit more honest, but I guess you weren't ready to talk about it. You are the glue of the show. Okay, you are the show. But when you're not being upfront and honest, you know, or not ready to share, you know, the rest of the show just went downhill. I still like the show. Just this was my least favorite season. You know, I'm still gonna watch. I'm just saying, maybe next season you'll come with the truth. You know, like really how you feel. Like you really need to stick it to Joe and let him know. You know, look what you did to us. You know, look what you did. You embarrassed me. I had to go to jail for you. Like that kind of thing. But, you know, I guess you're not ready yet. And who knows what's going to happen. If you're going to get deported, are you going to leave the show and go to Italy? I don't think there's a Real Housewives of Italy. If it is, I don't think I'd watch because it's a different culture over there. I'm not trying to watch the Real Housewives of Italy. So, you know, why I understand how you feel the way you feel. I wish that you really would have teared into Joe. I mean, you want us to believe that you got to the prison and he confessed his sins? I really don't see that happening. Still like you though. Still think you're the glue of the show. Just think that, you know, you weren't upfront. But, you know, maybe you're lying to yourself. Who knows? But there's always next season. Let's move on. So let's talk about Siggy Flicker next. Siggy is a interesting person. Now, I do like her. Don't get me wrong. I really like her. But she just is a little clingy. You know, this episode her son was going to the prom and picked a college and she cried as though, you know, he was going to prison or something. It was like really unnatural. Like, I love my children too, but, you know, when it's time for them to go to college, that's what it's time for, you know. It's better than going, you know, somewhere else. But, you know, she was acting like, you know, it was his funeral instead of, you know, he's moving on to the next phase of his life. But anyway, so she's very, very emotional this season. And she wants to blame it on her hormones. But, you know, this is a little bit more than your hormones. But I do get how you feel about your good friend Margaret. You brought her on the show. She was supposed to be your friend. She really did jump shit. Now, she didn't have to go into, you know, a-licking mode like, you know, Dolores, but she could have been a little bit more supportive, you know, tried a little bit harder. But it ended up being that she kind of liked your friends more than she did you. Kind of threw you into the bus, like, no offense. So this is what this bickering has been about all season. Like, she was crying over just crazy things, like Melissa throwing the cake, you know, her son's moving, you know, Margaret's calling her crybaby. I don't think it has anything to do with your, you know, hormones. I mean, right? I mean, I don't think so. Okay, maybe it is your hormones. Let's just put it on your hormones. Because if I don't put it on your hormones, I'm going to have to say, like, you're a little bit nuts. But even through all of that, so this episode, Margaret has a 50th birthday party. Now, I don't mean to be mean, okay? You know, this is called a review, which means I have to tell you my opinion. I was like floored when Margaret had a 50th birthday party. Because I thought she was like in her 60s. Like, that's a bad 50. No offense. She's really nice. And, you know, I like her husband and you know, ex-husband and everything. But, you know, she's she looked older than 50. Is that bad? Yes, that's bad, but it's the truth. I don't know what it is. But when she said it was her 50th birthday, you know, most people would say, you're 50? Yeah, oh my God, no way. I'm going, what? Yeah, I thought you were at least 56. Yeah, no offense. But she was having a 50th birthday party, and she decided to invite everybody, and thank God she put some extensions in that head, because I couldn't take any more of those pigtails. You know, this was just an odd, you know, hairstyle. Like, no offense. And it doesn't make you look any younger. Now, is that mean? That's very mean. It's just the truth. You know, I don't know any 50-year-old that wears pigtails like that. Oh no, then there's Marge Sr. Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave that to you guys, but I'm really glad you decided to fix up for the party, because I don't think I could take those pigtails one more episode. That's mean. I apologize. That is mean. But anyway, so she looked really nice. She decided to invite everybody, including Siggy. So let's talk about Dolores getting ready for this party. First is an Italian woman, which means she's a Caucasian woman. But I swear to God, I have cousins that look just like Dolores. She looks ethnic to me. I'm so serious. She freaks me out, because when I'm looking at her, I'm thinking I'm looking at an ethnic woman. I'm not kidding. I should bring some of my cousins here. Skin complexion and all. They look like Dolores. She looks like a you know, an ethnic Caucasian woman. It's really confusing. But when she's getting ready for Marge's party, she puts on this wig. I'm not kidding. She looked like Diana Ross. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's really weird that she says she's Caucasian, but she really does look ethnic to me. Is something wrong with me? Am I mean? You know, I mean, okay, you're Italian, I guess, right? All right, so she goes to the party dressed like Diana Ross. Put on Diana Ross wig, and I swear to God, she could have been a black woman. It's really weird. It's freaking me out, but okay. You know, but you know, I've heard about people like her. Like, you're from a different nationality, but you look like another nationality. Prime example, Janice Dickinson. You know, she's supposed to be Polish, but she really looks Spanish. It's really weird. But okay, I guess we're all one, right? So she's going to the party full on Diana Ross style. She goes to the party, she shows up. One of the first ones there. There's Danielle. Of course, Teresa went with Melissa. Everybody's there. They get a call from Siggy. Siggy supposedly fell down the stairs and hurt her ankle and is at the hospital. Now, this does sound like a made-up story, especially because Siggy's going around saying every 5 minutes that she does not like Marge and they're no longer friends. It really seems convenient. I get that. It would be a normal thought in my head, like, did she really fall? You know, but you say it lightly, because, you know, someone really could have hurt themselves. This was the situation Danielle was put in, okay? All of the women said, it sounds crazy, but no one went as hard as Danielle did. She actually said what she was thinking. So Danielle says what she thinks. She says, oh, she's deflecting again, like, you know, trying to avoid the situation. Listen, it was an honest statement. I mean, nothing worse going into Dolores mode over. You know, Dolores acts like a pit bull when it comes to Siggy. But you have to realize, Dolores, you could still be a loyal friend, but you have to go quiet when your friend is actually like kind of crazy. You know, you can't defend everything she says. And you know, Siggy's been acting kind of crazy this season. Like, no offense. But Dolores gets mad. She calls Siggy on the phone, you know, when everyone walks away, and says, you gotta get down here because they're talking, thinking that you're making this up. Siggy gets to the party. No, she really was sick. Swollen ankle, some kind of arm brace. Like, I don't know if it would have been worth it for me to just show up, because the other women think I'm faking when I'm really hurt. Like, she should have been in bed somewhere, you know, with a Vicodin or something, like some kind of pain medicine. She really looked a mess. And it's really bad, but you know, she came anyway. She came to let everyone know that she wasn't faking and to really be mean to Marge again. She was like, I have no interest in being your friend, and you know, me and you are done. I don't even like you like that anymore. And then she decides to leave, and of course, you know, Velcro Dolores, I'm gonna call Dolores Velcro because she just sticks by her no matter what, even though she was having a good time before Siggy gets there, decides to leave with her. Well, the shocking thing was, so did Teresa. Teresa decided to leave too, but she left in a polite way. She was like, you know, I'm gonna leave with her. She's upset, I'm gonna go. Well, she said it to Melissa. She didn't say it to Marge. She kind of just walked out. But she still wasn't acting like Siggy. But these are little small things that we had to deal with all season. There was no real problems. I mean, your son going to college, that should be a good thing. You know, little things like that. Like your husband, your ex-husband moving back in when you have a boyfriend. Can't even believe that's a storyline. That's asinine in a good way. I'm not trying to be mean. You're like, why is this a storyline? Was something wrong with you for letting him back in the house? Like, these were not really serious problems this season. So I don't know if it's a refresher, because you know, when the Manzos were around and you know, Jacqueline, those were like really crazy sensitive problems, and I kind of needed a break from that. But I kind of miss the old crew. Like, I miss real storylines. I miss Rosie. Well, you know, Rosie, you know, it was just, this cast just didn't work for me. You know, maybe if they would have been like more real storylines. I mean, they're real storylines, but you know, I just don't care that, you know, you can't let go of your son because he's turning into a man. Like, is that mean? I really don't care. So I'm really glad that this season was cut short. Like, I still like the show. I'm still a Real Housewives of New Jersey's fan, just not this season. Hopefully next season, you know, we can get a different cast. You know, I'm not trying to get anyone fired here, but you know, you just need something different. I don't know. And so maybe they'll maybe bring Rosie back. Rosie's my girl. Like, I love Rosie. Things like that. But that's what happened in this season finale. So the best I can say is I was just glad it was over. You know, no offense. I'm still gonna watch the reunion. Don't forget to check that out. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section, did you like the season? And didn't Dolores look like the real Diana Ross? Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.